What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about, is the Canon 5D Mark IV still worth it in 2022? This camera is definitely still a beast. You can get amazing photos and videos out of it. Don't think otherwise, because it's an actual tank. With the price coming in at $2,500 US and the Canadian price coming in at $3,000, I definitely don't think it's worth this amount of money. If you can pick it up on the used market and find it between $1,000 to $1,500, I think that's a way better deal. There's definitely better cameras out there that you can pay $3,000 for. The R6 being one of those cameras. Still has an amazing sensor coming in at 30 megapixels. So if you are shooting photos to like blow up to larger sizes or just to crop in, I definitely think this is an amazing camera. The video side of things are starting to feel pretty dated in my opinion. Yes, it does have an amazing 1080p video recording, which I personally would upscale it to 4K and it just looks perfect. The camera does have 4K, but it is a cropped in 4K, and the bitrate just so high that it's not really too usable in my personal opinion. The lack of like a full 1080 or 4K 120 frames a second is a huge downfall if you're trying to create some nice cinematic B-roll. Cameras at this price range are normally have a lot more features and settings for video mode in my personal opinion. I think it's starting to feel really dated in the video side of things, especially if you don't have the upgraded C-Log feature built in. It's starting to look kind of bright here. Let me adjust this down a little bit. Without the C-Log built in, you just have the custom profiles, which you can kind of get flat, but not a real true C-Log, Canon C-Log feature. The lens mount is Canon EF, and it's kind of getting dated if you want to, you know, use the RF glass, which Canon is only making now, which is some absolute beast of glass, in my personal opinion. But don't let that discourage you, because the Canon EF line has a plethora of actual lenses and different options that you can use. And you can definitely pick some lenses up for super cheap on the used market. There's pretty much every range that you could ever want. The lens mount's been out forever, but if you want to future-proof yourself and your camera setup, then I would definitely say steer clear of this, because these lenses aren't going to be out forever, and eventually Canon's just going to be finished with the EF lenses. There is no more EF lenses that are going to be coming out. So 5D Mark IV only shoot 5 frames a second, and for my personal shooting style, I don't need any more than that. I don't even really need 7 or 5 frames per second. But if you are shooting sports or just fast moving subjects that you need to fire off burst shots, then I would definitely suggest looking elsewhere, especially for around this pricing. But for my personal needs, that it's more than enough, because I don't even really use it. So the 5D Mark IV doesn't have an EVF. There's no electronics built into the viewfinder. It's just a normal viewfinder, and honestly, I personally love it. It allows you to see what your normal eye would see and allows you to focus faster, in my personal opinion. A lot of people love the EVFs. If you do like the regular classic viewfinder, then I would suggest you pick up the Canon 5D Mark IV, because that's one of the last cameras that has it. With the 5D Mark IV, there's no eye autofocus in this camera. It came out so long ago. It does a really good job at focusing. With the newer cameras, like, eye autofocus is by far the easiest thing to use. You just have to like point the camera in the general direction of a subject, and it'll lock onto their eye, and then that's pretty much it. You just take the photo. I would say 99% of the time it's in focus. The camera doesn't have it. It does have an amazing autofocus system. It's super snappy. I personally have never had an issue with this camera. The 5D Mark IV is an absolute tank. I feel like you could launch it down a flight of stairs and then pick it up and continue using it. I don't suggest you do that, but that's just a testament of the build quality in this camera. It's an absolute tank. It's a beast. Just so you get the idea of the build quality on this actual camera, it's feels like you could take it to war and it would just keep working. Take it in the winter. I've never had any issues, and I live in Canada, and it does get extremely cold. I just feel like it's an amazing camera, but look at this view right here. My final thoughts are, is this camera worth it? And for a brand new camera, if it's regular price, I don't suggest buying it. I don't think it's worth the money. But if you can pick it up on sale for like $1,000, $1,500, I definitely do think it's still worth it. The camera's an absolute tank, and you will get your money's worth out of the camera. It's full frame. Yeah, just the lack of video features, for me, it wouldn't be enough to start using, because more TVs, monitors, more people are shooting in 4K. Even on your iPhones and Android phones, you can have the option for 4K. Yes, this camera does have 4K, but it's not a quality full frame 4K. Take that with a grain of salt. Let me know in the comments down below if you've had this camera, if you're planning to pick it up, what your thoughts are, and what current camera you do have. I'm definitely curious to see what people are using. But that's all for this video. If you did like this video, please like, comment, and subscribe. It does help. And until the next video, peace.